Okay, Jagannath Puri, yeah, Radha preparation. Then what else?
Parshurama appearance.
Mataji, Akshaya Tritiya.
Akshaya Tritiya, Parshuram appearance. What else?
Chandan Yatra starts.
Chandan Yatra starts.
Mataji, Ganga Devi's appearance.
Ganga Devi appearance. Then
Annapurna Devi's
Beginning of
appearance, Mataji.
Lord Bhishma's
yes.
Lord Bhishma's death or something like that, Mataji. Lord
Who?
Bhishma's Bhishma Deva.
No, that's not on Akshaya Tritiya. What else? Anybody knows?
Kubera
Beginning of
Devi's
Treta
death,
Yuga.
Mataji.
Was given to Pandavas by the
Yeah,
Surya Dev.
Akshaya Patra was given to the Pandavas by Surya Dev.
Beginning of Treta Yuga.
Sudama was blessed with abundance. Sudama was blessed with abundance by Krishna.
Yeah, Sudama went to meet
Krishna.
Dwaraka. What else?
Mataji, Chandan Yatra begins.
Chandan Yatra begins. Okay, so these are some of the things. Parshuram appearance day. So many things happening tomorrow on Akshaya Tritiya day. So, Mataji, you can keep changing the slides. So as you all know, the temple construction is going on, and beautifully the decoration have been started. Okay, so Mataji, you can keep going to the next slides. Yeah. So significance of Akshaya Tritiya, we already discussed what all have happening. Okay, you can see the pictures, Parshuram appearance, then Ganga Devi coming, and then Akshaya Patra receiving them, so all this. And then Vyasdev started writing Mahabharata on these particular days. So these are the some of the things. Okay, Lord Parshuram appeared on this particular day. Ganges descended to earth on this day. Beginning of Treta Yuga, Sudama visited Krishna at Dwaraka. Pandavas received Akshaya Patra from sun god. Vyasdev started composing Mahabharata on this particular day. Kubera received wealth from and got the position, and also goddess Annapurna appearance day. So these 8 things are happening tomorrow, and these are the different things like the deity of Lord Narasimhadev with sandal paste. No, Chandan Yatra starts. So that's because so much of heat is there that the Lord wants coolness. So they put Chandan, especially you can see Mayapur Vrindavan, no? It's beautifully Chandan decorated. And also, you know, Madhavendra Puri got the dream also, right? Where Gopal says that go to Malaya Chandan and from Puri get. And as Mataji said, yes, you can see the woods ready, you know, for the chariot of Jagannath for Radha Yatra begins. That preparation, construction of chariot for Radha Yatra begins on that day. And in Kshirashore, Gopinath also, the deities of Madan Mohan, Govinda and Gopinath smeared with sandalwood pulp. No, Kshirashore, Gopinath. This is what Madhavendra Puri had a dream where the Chandan applying is happening. So this is basically all the devotees will start grinding. And also Kumbhakonam, the temple city celebrates Garuda Vahana Seva of Vishnu deities on this particular day. Okay, and Srila Prabhupada incorporated the League of Devotees in Jhansi. Actually, this got failed, but it was done on this auspicious day of Akshaya Tritiya. And this is Krishna's plan again. If the League of Devotees were not failed, Prabhupada wouldn't have gone to America. And it says the 5 things. So Parshuram appearance day also on that particular day. Okay, so there are some things to be done on Akshaya Tritiya. You can recite chapter 18 of Bhagavad Gita. Okay, it is believed that Vyasdev started composing Mahabharata on a particular day, and so Bhagavad Gita comes on the Bhishma Parva, no, the 5th Parva of the Mahabharata. And offer oblations to the forefathers. One should perform Shraddha ceremony. We need not do that. We can actually chant the holy name also. Everything else is taken care. So you can do that. Annadana distribution of prasadam, in the sense you are anyway offering food to the Lord. Okay, as Naivedya, and also donate as charitable cause, because this is the day when Sudama got the blessings from Krishna. So any activities that's done, as Namaneshwar Prabhu said, you already have donated, all of you have contributed so much, but special mercy you get on this particular day. So that's why we help. So best charity for Krishna conscious endeavors, because we are doing online courses and everything, right? So you can spread a word, okay, and this will be shared with the donation links wherever you can. So for August, we are preparing, and the bank account details, everything will be given to you. Okay. So that please spread the word. I know you already have contributed. Please spread to your friends and family, or in your particular yatra, wherever you are associated with, that such and such project is happening. Again, definitely Prabhupada would be happy by your service. Okay. Hare Krishna. So I think we are done now, Mataji. Thank you so much. Okay. So NOI open book question. Did everyone get it? I posted in all the groups,
Yes.
right? Did I miss
Yes,
any?
Yes, Mataji.
So it's like take any 3 verses no, from NOI, which signifies Prabhupada's mood and mission. Which three verses would you all think would be the most perfect for Prabhupada's mood? Yes, who knows?
Hare Krishna Mataji. For me,
Vacha-
Mataji, 1,
Vachuveda.
2 and 4
Vacho
Mataji.
Vekam.
Mataji, first and 7 I got.
First and 4th also.
Vacho Vekam, Manasa Krodaveda, Utsaha Nishya Dhairya. Very good. And one more.
6 the big
The other 2
7.
are Mataji.
7
Tadadi.
Mataji.
Tadadi Pradinidnadi, no? The
Yes,
sixth
yes,
loving exchange. These three actually would have matched Prabhupada's mission. But as Man said, the 7th verse, whatever verse you feel like also, you can add to it. But this is easy for you, these three slokas, if you explain, because that fully describes Srila Prabhupada, right? How he made disciples all over the world. Vacho Vekam, Manasa Krodha Vekam, Jihva Vekam, Uttara Pasta Vekam, Etan Vekan Yovishahe Dadiram, Sarvan Abhima, Prithivim Sashishya. So we know how Prabhupada was able to make disciples all over the world, right? So in that way, yes. Okay, so that is one thing. What about Ulsaha Nishya, about Prabhupada's mood and mission? How is Prabhupada's Ulsaha, enthusiastic? Can someone share?
Even at the age of 70, he went to Western countries without caring for his health, despite of all the problems he faced.
Yes. So that is, yeah, very nice. So that is one thing. So as you said, Ulsaha Nishya Dhairya, right? Even though it was so much of difficulties was there, Prabhupada could go to the West and then preach at that particular moment. Okay. Then okay, some of them want 147. Yeah, that's up to you to decide. But this also suits Prabhupada, right? Ulsaha Nishya Dhairya Tatat Karma Pravata. Ulsaha Nishya Dhairya was very enthusiastic. Okay, in fact, Prabhupada was so enthusiastic that the Prabhupada's disciples, actually Gopal Krishna Maharaj joined Prabhupada at the age of 25. And at those days in 60s, the age of 25 was considered to be elderly in the movement. Why? Because all were youngsters. All those who joined, like His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj, everyone who joined at the age of 18, 19, teenage, or 20 maximum, right? But Gopal Krishna Maharaj, he joined at the age of 25. So he was considered elderly among all of them. But he was also young, but in the sense, so when Prabhupada started the movement, all these were youngsters, 18, 19-year-old boys. You know how they are. They walk fast and they're very enthusiastic. But they could not cope up with Prabhupada's speed. That was Prabhupada's enthusiasm to serve. They were not able to cope up. And whenever they travel, Prabhupada used to they used to have jet lag and they never used to get up. So they reached Vrindavan from west somewhere. So there was a lot of time difference in jet lag. Those who experienced it, it's so bad. Okay, like you won't be like a morning you'll be sleeping and the night you'll be awake. No, initially it takes some days to adjust to that particular 24-hour cycle. Your body get adjusted. But Prabhupada didn't have anything. He sets the watch according to that particular country, particular time. And it was Vrindavan in Kartik month and it was Manglardi time. And all the disciples were sleeping and Prabhupada asked, where are they? They said they are having jet lag. So Prabhupada's like, I'm not having jet lag. And what did the disciples say? Does anyone know? When Prabhupada said, I don't have jet lag, why are you people sleeping? So Prabhupada said, the disciple said, Prabhupada, you are Paramahamsa. Paramahamsa is the highest stage in sannyas. You're a liberated soul. So Prabhupada said, why can't all of you become Paramahamsa? And Prabhupada's like, okay, take rest. So enthusiasm was so great in Prabhupada and his mood and mission, so enthusiastic and so much of patience he had, right? Dhairya means patience. Any example to show Prabhupada's patience? So today we're just revising the nectar of instruction. Okay, and I hope by next week, that is by 14th Tuesday, can I close the form for open book NOI or you want till 16th?
Yes.
Mataji 16th.
Okay, so
Yeah,
16th I'll close. 16th, I'll close the open book question form. Okay. And when do you want the closed book?
Mataji, like you suggested, by the end of the month.
So that means after Narasimha Jayanti. Narasimha Jayanti is on 22nd. So can we go for 30th, May 30th?
Yes, Mataji.
Somebody is traveling. Samir Prabhu, are you traveling? Not Samir. Who was it?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yeah, are you traveling on 30th?
No, ma'am, Mataji, I'll be back by 27th.
Okay. So by 30th, we can have our closed book question, exam of NOI. Okay. It's okay with all.
Thank you, Mataji.
Gurunath Prabhu.
So I'm traveling on 30th March.
Yeah, this is a problem, no? Why when we keep like this, at least one of them will not be available. So let's see what to do. Because I can't extend more than that because I have to finish in this month. Because by next month, June end, I want to keep Ishoparishad exam. So by July, you are done with your Bhakti Shastri. And by August, hopefully, we'll see whether you're going to get the certificate. We not got the confirmation yet. It would be nice for the temple opening, all of you receive the Bhakti Shastri certificate. So let's see. We can't give you any hope because what happened last time, we planned, but then some problem happened. We were not able to distribute for everybody. So we can't give any promise because temple opening time, so much other services are there, so much other functions are happening. But it would be nice all of you come and take it. So we'll see. So by patience, yes. What is another pastime to prove that Prabhupada have patience in his mood and mission? Manasi
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna.
Yes, Neeraja Mataji can add.
Yes, Mataji. When Prabhupada started his preaching in the Western country, no one used to come. The hippies used to just come to eat prasada.
Yes.
Though they just coming and eating for so many days, Prabhupada didn't feel bad. He was just serving him with only prasadam for many days. And then finally, they showed interest in some kirtan, and then they started to become his disciples, and then finally turned into his devotees.
Yes. Very nice. Okay. Yes, Sarvandi. Okay, Manasi Mataji, you want to add?
No,
Patience.
Mataji, my answer was also same as Neeraja Mataji.
Yeah. Yes, Sarvandi Mataji.
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna
Mataji.
Mataji, Dandavad Pranam.
Correct.
Mataji, in South Africa, Srila Prabhupada once went, and he wanted to give preaching, and in the morning, he couldn't find his kurta. So like it was there for drying, and he couldn't find his kurta, and he was asking where did my kurta go? And then he wore his dhoti and uttari, and he went for preaching. And the place where he sat for preaching, there he sees lots of South African small kids, they were playing, and one of them was wearing Srila Prabhupada's kurta, and he was playing, and Srila Prabhupada pointed at that boy to devotee. He said that that is devotee.
Your voice is breaking. So I tell Shubhamai Mataji. Sarvanandi
Hare
Mataji
Krishna
have
Mataji.
a lot of network issue. Yeah, you want to add something?
Yes, Mataji, like he was, Prabhupada was very patient. Like he even taught how to wear sari to the Westerners. Like
Yes.
he,
Dhoti, kurta, and yes, sari also. Yes, Shraddha Mataji.
Mataji, when Prabhupada wrote some books and papers on the scriptures and his wife sold it in exchange
Yeah.
of her tea, then he was really patient and he just started writing again from the scratch. He never gave up the hope. This shows his tolerance and patience and endeavor not to give up and continue in the progress of Krishna consciousness. Mataji.
Yes.
Hare
So
Krishna.
that is one of the main points. So which I was also about to say that yes, if we have written manuscript, we have written Bhagavad Gita and somebody destroyed it, we'll never take an effort to again write it again. It's not like soft copy or you can cut, copy, paste. No, it has to be handwritten. So word to word meaning, everything. So Prabhupada was having so much patience to again rewrite the whole Bhagavad Gita again. So that was one of the great quality. So this shows about Prabhupada's mood and mission, that nothing was working in the first year of Krishna consciousness, but Prabhupada had a lot of patience. Now, yes, Nirguda Yashoda Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, related to that, Mataji is told South Africa, but it was done in the, I was going to tell about that point only. It was done in the Nairobi only. And then in front of Prabhupada, he was sitting, and that devotee is still there. And he was like telling to everyone, he is preaching to us and making us to more enthusiastic regarding that point.
Yes, yes. So that is Prabhupada's again enthusiasm to serve. So yes, so so a quick revision of the text 1. So in text 1, it is saying about the atonement, right? So what is the best type of atonement or prayashchitta?
To arouse the dormant Krishna consciousness.
To arouse our Krishna consciousness. Yes, Chitra Mataji. So what are the 2 things which Parikshit Maharaj rejects about atonement? 2 things. Anybody knows? Yes, Jyoti Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Sadapeda Mataji. First is like those people who steal and they are arrested and they are punished also, and even after they come out, they steal again. It's similar to elephant beating. Another is committing sinful offenses in the name of chanting.
So that means till Monday to Saturday, we do sin, and then Sunday you go and confess. So Namnat Baladyasahi Papaputi, Namno Baladyasahi Papaputi, like committing sinful activities on strength of chanting the holy name. So Prayashchitta, he says the real Prayashchitta is awakening a dormant Krishna consciousness. And the 2 things Parikshit Maharaj rejected, one is, yes, after stealing, put into the jail, again doing the stealing again. Second, he thinks is from Monday to Saturday, you do the sin, and Sunday you go and confess. Okay, so this is the real prayashchitta has been confirmed compared to elephant bathing, yet Kunjaka Shaucha. So that is one thing. And as the speaking of people is compared to what, Manasi Mataji, you know? If it doesn't talk about Krishna, then what is it compared to?
Frog croaking, Mataji.
Yeah, frog croaking, right? So because the frog croaks and invites snakes, so similarly, the croaking of Todd, the impulseless or Mayavadi philosophers, they compared to that. Okay. So that's about sloka number 1. So in sloka number 1 also, we can say that Prabhupada was able to create disciples all over the world. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur sent so many disciples to Europe and England, but nobody could create devotees there. But Prabhupada could. Why? Because Prabhupada was able to follow these things. Vacha vekam, manasa krodha vekam, jiva vekam, mudira pasta vekam. Edan vekan yavishahete viran sarvan apimam prithivim sashishya. You can start studying slokas by June 1st week. We'll have sloka exam, and May 30th we'll have theory. Okay, closed book of NOI. So till then we'll have revision for some classes, and then we can go to Ishopanishad. Okay, so that is one thing mentioned in the chapter sloka 1 about Srila Prabhupada and how he was able to create disciples all over the world. Okay, in the second sloka, this patience is compared to what? What is the analogy given for patience? Who knows? Yes, Prafulla Mataji.
Newly married wife, Mataji.
Yes, newly married wife, no? So she waits for 9 months to get a child, and the patience is compared to that. Okay. So that is compared. There it is mentioned about that. And also, Prabhupada says somebody having a land and a cow can peacefully live. So Atyahara Prayasisha. So what is the story of the Karmi accumulating vast wealth? Does anyone know? What happened to a Karmi who had lots of wealth? Then in next life, what did he become? So you will not have to.
The goat one, Mataji, the goat one.
Snake, Mataji.
Yes, Supriti Mataji.
Mataji, I think the person who was a kami who made lot of wealth was born in the some house.
Yeah, cobbler's house.
Cobbler's house.
Cobbler.
Yes.
Was born in the
Then the next life. Yeah. Then what happened?
Shall I tell Mataji?
Yes.
His
He
children
he
and
was born.
grandchildren.
He was born as a cobbler in the next life, and exactly opposite to the house he made in the previous birth. He
Yes.
used to sit there and he used to stitch the slippers and shoes. Just opposite to the house he had made.
Yes. So then what happened? The sons.
When he,
Yeah.
when he entered to his own house, his children, like his sons and his grandchildren, they beat him and chased him from that because he comes from a cobbler family.
So what is the use of so much of loitering in the previous life, and then he became a cobbler in the next house, and then this is what happened. This is about karmi. Okay, so here these are some of the closed book questions I'm just going through. Once a great karmi accumulated a vast fortune for his sons and grandsons, but then what happens? According to karma, he took birth in the cobbler's house located near the building in his which he created in the previous life for his children. It so happened that when this very cobbler came to this former house, his former sons and grandsons beat him with shoes. So this is what it is said, that it's based off their life activities. Like, and also it is said, if you're so attached to that house, you will become even a dog in that house. Like, we'll be watching that house and properties. So we should be very careful, like the attachment which we have at the time of death. It's very, 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 very important. So niyama agraha and niyama agraha, you should know what is what. Okay, Prabhupada compromised so much for this. Desha kala patrena, like based on time, place, and circumstances. Prabhupada never went so strict with the rules. Just imagine Prabhupada went to America and gave these 4 regulative principles initially. Will anybody come? No. Nobody will come, right? If he goes to Niyamagraha, so much Niyamagraha, then hippies, because they cannot live without meat. They could not live without alcohol. They could not live without intoxication and illicit sex. No, they can't. That's a part of their life. So Prabhupada didn't introduce that first. So Prabhupada, based on time, place, and that's the success of the movement. So later on, when Prabhupada went and when they started chanting Hare Krishna, when their consciousness became purified by taking Krishna Prasadam, and slowly Prabhupada introduced the 4 regulative principles. Right? If any one of us were given these regulative principles in the beginning, we wouldn't have stayed in the movement. But later on, slowly, no, we'll give up. There was one Mataji was so addicted to coffee. She's like, just because of coffee, I can't take initiation. But recently she took initiation in Vrindavan. I was so happy that how Mataji is like, the chanting changed her life. So it will automatically happen. If any one of you have these habits which you can't get over, but once that means your chanting has to be improved. And if you do it very sincerely, Krishna will help. Krishna will definitely help. So, but Prabhupada never went so strict with the rules. Neither he never neglected the rules. He always said to his disciples to follow the minimum cleanliness and everything. But then he was not too attached to the rules. Okay, so that is about Prabhupada. So that was his mood and mission. So Prabhupada was so attached, not so attached to the rules, neither he never neglected the rules. Okay, what will happen to the $100 bill? Anybody knows the analogy of $100 bill?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, I will give chance to someone else. Yes, Chitra Mataji or Jyoti Mataji.
Yes, Mataji, it is that if a $100 bill is lying on the street, some may notice it and just pass by. And some will notice it and pick it up and keep it in their pocket. And the third person will pick it up and find the person who the bill belongs to and will give it to them. So the one who put it in the pocket and used it for themselves, they were dishonest. And the one who ignored it, they were not knowing that what to do with it. And the one who searched for the person whom it belonged to, they were honest. So this is basically used in reference to the fight between capitalist and communist. The communists, they have an eye on the income earned by capitalists, and they use it for their sense gratification, while Prabhupada ji says that everything belongs to Krishna. That's what I understood.
Yeah, so that means the third person is like a Krishna conscious person. That means we also are like lost. A child might be lost from the parents, and then what we do, we try to get the child back to the parents. So similarly, or a 100-rupee bill or the 100 rupees lying on the floor, we see the owner and give it back. So similarly, Krishna consciousness is like that. We are all lost from our Supreme Father Krishna. And then as Guru, they come to our life so as to take us back to our original Father Krishna. So, and that way, the third analogy is for a Krishna conscious person. Okay. So, Utsaha Nishya Dhairyas, in that principle, it's definitely there in ISKCON movement, because all these movement, all these things, Utsaha Nishya Dhairyas, were definitely seen in Srila Prabhupada. Otherwise, the movement wouldn't have been successful. But everything, Prabhupada was too enthusiastic. Right? So, like as mother said, initially Prabhupada only got the groceries, cooked for the hippies, served them, and they never used to wash the dishes also. They just walk away, and it's Prabhupada who used to wash and clean and everything. Still, he continued to do the same thing again and again. So much patience Prabhupada had. First 1 year, nothing worked. And as Prabhu said, yes, for 5 hours, he waited. Yes, in America, to get that green card from Sumati Moraji. And then finally, he was chanting that 5 hours. But that patience, if it was us, we would have waited for 2 hours, 3 hours, and then just given up. But Prabhupada didn't give it up. Prabhupada was so much of enthusiastic to serve. So much of patience and confidence was there. So the example, as you all said, the newly married girl naturally expects offering from her husband, but then she cannot expect to have it immediately. She has to serve him, surrender, all that. Similarly, in devotional service, surrender means that one has to become confident. Avashya Rakshabe Krishna. Krishna will definitely protect me. So that was there in Prabhupada also. When he had 2 heart attacks in Jaladuta, he knew that Krishna will definitely protect. And Prabhupada writes in that poem, why did Krishna bring me to America? Maybe Krishna had some plan. So that's why Krishna brought Prabhupada to America. So he had so much confidence that Krishna will definitely send the help. So the fourth text is about the 6 loving exchange between devotees. Even that Prabhupada encouraged so much. The movement is still on because of that. Right? How was that movement, Dadadi Pratigrahanadi principle applied in ISKCON? Yes? How was it applied? Anybody can say.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes.
Because newly coming neophyte devotees, they will ask so many, there will be doubts. They will ask, they will confide in the superiors and senior devotees, and they will guide them, Mataji. Then prasadam also.
Sunday feast, Mataji.
Yeah, the Sunday
offering
feast.
of prasadams are also done.
Yes.
We invite, like the new devotees are invited and given them prasadams.
Yeah. So that Sunday feast, love feast, Prabhupada says it's called love feast. Why? Because Prabhupada wanted new people to come and take this prasadam. And yes, Sunday feast, that is called Sunday feast. Okay. Yes. So that is one thing. What else?
Mataji, during festivals we go to the temple, so we give something like offering service to Radha Govinda or Radha Krishna. Anything we give, and we give to the devotees also different kinds of gifts, and sometimes we get like the garments of the Lord and all as gifts, and other gifts from devotees.
Yes. So that is one more thing which Prabhupada says. Okay.
And we confine some of the problems to the devotees whom we know, like the senior devotees. If we have any problem with the family, anything, we just confine to them our problems. Instead of going to outside wall, we share our problems and we take the guidance.
Yes. Okay. So, yes. So in that way, Prabhupada helped us to actually get over all these. Another way to associate with devotees. Now the principles of association of devotees was completely explained there. Okay. What else?
Mataji, by distributing Prabhupada books in occasion or any other day to the new devotees and for senior devotees, Srimad Bhagavatam like this.
Yes. Okay, I'll show this one. Obstacles of Bhakti. Okay, so that is about okay, so this is about text 2. So in text 2, this was not opening from a long time. Yeah, so this was the 6 things obstacles to bhakti, right? This is about the second sloka, Atyahara Prayasasya Prajalpana Navaha Jana Sanghasya Laudimcha Shadvir Bhakti Vinashati. Okay, the 6 things. So Atyahara, overeating or too much collecting, and Prayasya, over entering, Prajalpa, idle talk, Niyamagraha, too much attached or neglecting the rules, and Jana Sangha, association with worldly minded people. Okay, so these will obstacles to bhakti. Okay, so we'll have 6 obstacles to bhakti. And in that, yes, so overeating. Yes, Prafulla Mataji.
See, one question I want to ask Mataji, what is subtle atyahara, Mataji?
What is?
Subtle atyahara.
Subtle atyahara.
Yes, Mataji.
Is it mentioned in the verse? I'm not sure.
There's a question, Mataji, in
Yes, Mataji.
Nectar of
It's a
Instruction.
question in the closed book questionnaire.
Yeah.
Subtle atyahara.
Subtle and gross.
Atyahara is basically overeating or too much collecting. Subtle might be sukshma. It is called sukshma, right?
Subtle
Does
atyahara.
anyone know?
No, Mataji, even we were searching. I think it's 2 kinds of subtle atyahara. The question is
2 kinds.
Yeah, something like that, Mataji. We couldn't find it in the purport. That's why we asked.
Yeah, it's not there. Let me see. Like, did anyone else get, or I'll just check and let you know. So here it is said about overreaching and over collecting, right? So you can see so many books, and it says that we should not read so many books. Why? Because not about spiritual, about one bona fide spiritual master we can read, but then different varieties, like from Mayavadi some book, then some Karmi some book. So what happens? The conclusion will all be wrong. Now when you so this is the question. Give 3 examples of atyahara, subtle and gross. Okay, so gross atyahara we can see is the external things, the material things which we can see. Subtle atyahara can be in the mind. Too much of overthinking also will come as atyahara, no? So might be that is what is mentioned. I'll let you know. So over collecting and overeating should not be done, and also over endeavoring, prayasya, so much of hard work, extra work, and extra duty hours and extra time, part-time job, and so many jobs. Then too much endeavoring, what happens? Finally, Prabhupada says for 4 chapatis, what we are running for. So over endeavoring, that is again called prayasya, and prajalpa, idle talk, no? So much of prajalpa because it causes Vaishnava aparat. And then too much of attached to the rules or too much neglecting the rules. Niyama agraha and niyama agraha, right? So we should not be, we should not be too much attached to the rules. At the same time, we should not neglect the rules. Rules should be followed. And associating with worldly minded people, you can see the first picture is who?
Ajamila.
Yeah, so we know Ajamila, how he associates with that Shudra, and his complete life changed. What's the second picture? Anybody knows?
Manthara, Mataji.
Mandara and
Kaikeyi.
Kaikeyi. So how you know? that because of bad association, she completely, she was not like that. Kaikeyi was actually a very nice lady. But just because of that, and she actually forgot that boon she got from Dhritarashtra and Dasharath Maharaj. She completely forgot, but it was Mandara who actually made her remind. Because of that bad association, because of this one lady, the whole pastime happened. But that's again Krishna's plan. But this is what association, bad association can cause us. So we'll be doing, see, Ajamila was such a nice Brahmana. He had a Brahman thread and he went to collect flowers and wood for his puja. So, and then he fell down. So because of that bad association, right? But if he had good association, then he would have definitely not fallen down like this. But again, this is Krishna's pastime plan to make Ajamila fall so that to glorify his holy name, Narayana, and gave a second chance. So that was again Krishna's plan. But this was what will cause us also to fall down in. So you can see Ajamila, in intelligence gets spoiled and our faith gets spoiled in Kaikeyi, desires. Kala Krishnadas. You know Kala Krishnadas? Anyone knows? Chaitanya Charitamrita. What did he do? No? So he was with Mahaprabhu. Yes, Devi Mataji.
Yeah, they went to Kerala or Nilgiris. There they got association of women's and people. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu dragged him from that association.
Yes. So Kala Krishnadas was completely lost in women association and then with the prostitutes and all. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu literally pulled with his hair, dragged him out of all that association. So we should not have worldly association. And Lauliam, so much of greed, for so much of material things. That will also cause us spiritually weak. But Lauliam is good. In what way? Rupa Goswami says Lauliam is good for
the Lord.
To desire Krishna.
Spiritual activity.
Desire or spiritual desires. Tatra Lauliam apimulya kevalam kodi janma sukritana labhyate. We have that intense greed to do devotional service, to improve in bhakti. That will help us to go near Krishna. Okay, so Srila Prabhupada also made some adjustments and allowed women actually to live as brahmacharinis in the temple initial days. And that was not actually the Vedic culture. And also he conducted vivahas, yajnas. A sannyasi should not be doing that, but he did that. Why? Because he can't send a Mataji alone for preaching. Like, for example, he married Mantangini Devidasi Mataji to the first Russian disciple. She didn't even meet him. She didn't even go to Russia, but he made, Prabhupada is the one who actually made them married. Why? Because so as to spread Krishna consciousness. And since women have to be protected, and many criticize Prabhupada. You're a sannyasi and you're conducting vivaha yajna. Prabhupada, it's like they are all my sons and daughters. What is the problem if a father does this? Well, Prabhupada did for a good cause. No, Prabhupada didn't allow Matajis to be without protection. So today, Bhagavatam class also Prabhupada was saying, like, Prabhupada says, Prabhus to remain brahmacharis and all the Matajis to get married. So that's what Prabhupada used to do. And except Guru Puja in front of the deities was forbidden in the Shastra actually. But Prabhupada did that. When Prabhupada was in the planet, Prabhupada used to sit in the Vyasasan, and you have seen that videos, all the disciples will come with flowers and put it on Prabhupada's lotus feet in front of the deities. But in the Shastra, it's forbidden, but Prabhupada did that so as to set an example, like after he goes back to the eternal pastime, the devotees still continue to do that. The Prabhupada was teaching us, because as Mataji said, Prabhupada was even teaching to wear a sari. They don't even know how to wear a sari. So he used to teach the Prabhus, and the Prabhus, they go to teach their wives or Matajis in the house. So that's how Prabhupada used to teach. So he went over all these rules and regulations just for preaching and sent devotees on book distribution in karmi clothes. And once even His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj went to one place where the sannyas dress are not allowed. And especially in a flight, there is some, so they had to put in a karmi dress and then go. But Prabhupada's like, go and preach. Then accepted the title Prabhupada, much to his godbrother's astonishment. Even if you go to, where did we go recently? Mayapur. Go to Mayapur. There is a place called Bhakti Saraswati's Samadhi. So there they've written our Prabhupada Samadhi. So that Prabhupada, they put in block letters and they say, the Gaudiya Vaishnava say, Prabhupada means Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati for them. But for us, Prabhupada means A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Because Prabhupada is a position. Prabhu is a God and Father is the feet or the position. So you also say Rupa Goswami Prabhupada. You can see Sanatana Goswami Prabhupada. Bhakti Saraswati Prabhupada. Prabhupada is actually a term used for everyone. It's not a particular person's. But then Gaudiya Vaishnavas, they'll never call our Prabhupada as Prabhupada. For them, Bhakti Saraswati is Prabhupada. But then Prabhupada is like, no, if you want to call me like that, call. Because initially he was called as Swamiji. And Prabhupada applies Niyamagraha also. These are some of the adjustments Prabhupada made. That means he didn't completely neglect the rules, but he didn't get too attached to the rules also. Prabhupada made some adjustments, was done. So these are the things which will destroy our bhakti. And this is actually associated, all connected. So all this is connected. So when you do prajalpa, when you do all these loose talks, what happens? You'll get greedy or you'll become jealous that laulyam is there. And when there is greed, there'll be prayascha. You want to endeavor more and more. Now you start doing prajalpa. See, look at that mother. She's so rich, that this. Then you will have that desire to be rich, that laulyam. And then you will do extra hard work to become rich, prayascha. And when you do prayascha, so much endeavoring, you'll be having atyahara. You want to earn more, no, that atyahara. And then what happens? You won't follow the rules. There'll be niyamagraha. So these are all actually related, connected. Okay, how? Those all start because of jana sangha, because of non-devotee association or worldly association. There'll be prajalpa, then it leads to laulyam, it leads to prayascha, then atyahara, then niyamagraha, or breaking the rules happens. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Okay, so that is one thing. And in the third verse about 6 assets of bhakti, which will help us to improve in bhakti, is unsaha, that is enthusiasm, nishyat, confidence, dhairya, patience, tatat karma pravartanat, following all the favorable for devotional service, that is Shravanam, Kirtanam and all that. Then Sangatyaga, giving up association of non-devotees, and Sadovritti, following the footsteps of great previous acharyas. For us, it's Srila Prabhupada. So that will help us actually, right? So enthusiasm should be there. You see somebody dancing in the kirtan, you will also feel like dancing. That is contagious. Like you get a common cold or you get a viral infection, it will spread, no? Everyone will have it in the house. Because it's just airborne, it will just spread. Even if you say, I don't want it, you get it. So Krishna consciousness is like that. Even if you try to run away from Krishna, Krishna will drag. Example given is Putana. How Putana, like once Krishna started drinking the milk and then started extracting her life out of it. In that purpose, Srila Prabhupada says Krishna is like that. He knows only to hold you. He doesn't know to leave. So that was, it's actually once one Lord Ram also, in forest, when he went for Vanavas, he never used his Paduka. The Paduka was taken by whom? Somebody took the Paduka, no? Bharata. So Bharat Maharaj took that Paduka and kept on his head and took it to the palace, and it was kept on the throne. So he didn't have slippers, Lord Ram. And night, sometimes Lakshman used to massage the lotus feet, or Sita Devi, and that time they'd see so much of thorns on Lord Ram's lotus feet. And Lord Ram never allowed to remove those thorns. Just imagine you walk with the thorns, it will hurt more and you start bleeding. And so Sita Devi, everyone is like, you have to remove at least those thorns because it will hurt you. So Lord Ram said, no, the thorns have taken shelter of my lotus feet, right? How can I just give up them? Even if it's a thorn, it's taken shelter, Ashraya. So once somebody take a shelter of Krishna, like Putana also went to Krishna, and Krishna caught hold of her once, he never left. So it's like that. Krishna is like that. So enthusiastic the devotees are to serve, that will spread. That's why you should come in association of devotees. See now yesterday, Tulu devotees landed up and there were like 18 of them. So much enthusiasm. You go to the kitchen, everybody's sitting and they're singing kirtan and cooking, and so much of enthusiasm to serve. Everybody getting up for Mangalarti. It's natural because at 3 o'clock, 3:30, the whole atmosphere is changed. Everyone gets up. Even if you don't feel like getting up, because you see somebody so enthusiastic to get up, you feel like. So that's why devotee association is very, very important. So at least once in a while, you come to our temple, at least August time, see all of them, get that energy for 1 year for your service. You don't know when you'll get this chance again in life. No, so just come and see that energy, how devotees are practicing Krishna consciousness. This will give you a lot of energy. Once we were very tired after some, I think Janmashtami or Gaur Purnima, something, so tired, all energy dropped, and fasting also. But then one devotee was dancing like anything in the kirtan, and that made us also get that enthusiasm. So that will definitely help us. Okay, and then confidence. So we should ask how great devotees are in the movement, how they are serving. We have to ask them like confident. How is they so confident that this movement will definitely help? No, so yeah, like last week when Prabhupada's disciple came, he was saying there was a Christian person who said, this movement is so nice, it is so sattvic, so good that will definitely spread. So we had that confidence. You came to Krishna consciousness, yes, one life or the other, I will reach to Krishna. May not be this life, it's okay. I just started, so much of sin we have done. At least one life or the other, we'll definitely go. Patience. See, Prabhupada has gone to register International Society for Krishna Consciousness. So much of patience he had. He never he was always chanting. You can see Prabhupada's hand was always in the bead bag, always chanting. And he had lot of patience. Okay. I hope all of you, it's like that, no? Now, before, you can't even stand in one queue. But now, if we stand for 2 hours also, we can complete 16 rounds in that queue. So it's not a problem. So this is how patients develop in Krishna consciousness, and it's very, very important. Not like in one day we become pure devotees. Not in one day we can chant Shuddhanam. No, it needs lot of patience. Like so, nothing happens in a day, and Rome was not built in a day. It says so. You should have a lot of patience. When we see how Prabhupada struggled, he had lot of patience to wait for that particular time. Okay, and favorable practices for bhakti, yes, tat karma pravartana. We have to do chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, which will break all the bonds of this karma in this material world. Okay. Give up association of non-devotees. Give up Sangat Tyaga. Right? Why? Because when we are with non-devotees, what happens is we tend to lose taste in Krishna consciousness, because non-devotees will say, hey, today there's a match, or today there is that football, whatever it is. So he'll just go on updating you with all the materialistic things, and you also feel like, yeah, it's good, no, let me go watch, or let me do that. But then if you are with devotees, then they take you to Radha Yatra, they take you to festivals in the temple and all these things, which you feel so happy to be with them, not to be in the association of devotees. So that's why you have to definitely give up non-devotee association. And that will automatically happen. You don't have to do anything especially. When you start chanting and when you become devotee, all the material people start moving away from you. Slowly, Krishna will push them away, because Krishna is pulling you from the opposite side. So when Krishna is pulling you from the opposite side, all the material people start moving away from you. Initially, you might feel bad, but that's good for us actually for long term. Okay, so get adjusted to that and follow the footsteps of previous acharyas, as we have all the great Vaishnavas in our Sampradaya. And following the footsteps means not Anukaran, not Anucharan, following the footsteps. We can't copy them. Prabhupada just slept 2 hours. We can't copy that. Bhakti Vinod Thakur had 8 hours for his sadhana. 8 hours for his body, 8 hours for his office work, and 8 hours for sadhana. Why are 8 hours we are doing? 2 hours, 16 rounds, might be half an hour reading, and might be 1 hour class, done. We are done. Or might be half an hour hearing. We can't do 8 hours of sadhana, but we can't copy that, no? We can't be Haridas Thakur. So we can't copy. We have to be Goshtanandi, not Bhajananandi. Okay, so it's all okay. So that is about verse 4, and we'll also see the loving exchange. It's just a revision we're going on. Yeah. So yeah, you can take them to all the dham. You can take your family to the dham as a vacation, and also in that way they get Atnata Sukriti. Not taking them to Vrindavan, Mayapur. Just see that they don't offend the dham in some way, but just give them that Atnata Sukriti. 6 loving exchanges: Dadadi Pradigrihnadi, Gokhyamakyadi Prachati, Bhungte Bhojadesheva Shadvida, Priti Lakshanam. Dadadi, giving charity or prasadam, accepting it or giving gift, accepting gift. Gokhyamakyadi Prachati, explaining confidential topics, and Prachati, inquiring. Bhungte Bhojadesheva, eats and feeds, giving prasadam, accepting prasadam. So Prabhupada always says, especially His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj, wherever he goes to airport or wherever he goes, he always have prasadam. Maharaj always have prasadam, and all the in the flight and also in the airport, they remember Maharaj because of that. He's so merciful to give out Prasada. Prabhupada was also like that. Prabhupada said, no, 10 kilometers around ISKCON temple. Not small temples, big temples. They do distribute khichdi to some villagers and everyone, so that nobody fast around. So accepting prasadam and accepting it. So gives charity and accepting. So that means they give gift and also they accept gift. So devotees. And also explain confidential topics and inquire confidentially. Who knows them? The twin brothers.
Pankajangir Prabhu and Jananivas Prabhu Mataji.
Yeah, they're from Mayapur and they are like, so one of them is not there, but they served Narasimhadev and Radha for so many years, more than 50 years. And so we should be confidentially inquiring, not about how the devotee advance in Krishna consciousness. And whatever problems we have, we should share it with that devotee who can actually help us, who's advanced than us in age as well as in Krishna consciousness. And accepting prasadam, offering prasadam. So ISKCON, especially during Corona time and all, so much prasadam offering and distribution had happened. And because of that, actually, that's why sometimes we feel why prasadam is given so much importance. After all, we are not this body. We can have rice dal every day, rice dal every day. That's fine. For us, it's fine. But for outside people to get the taste of Krishna consciousness, this is one way. One way to make them Krishna conscious. That's why prasadam is given so much importance and feast is given so much importance. So that initially they come for that, but slowly they get changed. Okay. Okay, we won't go deep into these aspects, but we should know that this loving exchange of the principles actually made ISKCON so famous, or in the sense, if there was no prasadam, there was no love feast, Sunday feast, then many of us wouldn't have come to Krishna consciousness, right? So Prabhupada has given so much importance to prasadam distribution, especially for children and so many other people, so that they get attracted to Krishna consciousness. Okay, and that's why it is said, when you go to Vrindavan, what should we do? What is the first thing we should do in Vrindavan? When you go to Vrindavan, how do you get the mercy?
Obeisances, as soon as we reach
No, what should we do in the Dham?
To roll on the floor.
Roll on the dust. Raja dust. Not roll, at least take the dust and put it on your head. So that should be done in Raja. And when you go to Mayapur, you're supposed to. Mayapur is Kirtan. Yeah, we have to sing and dance in the Kirtan. Same effect of rolling in the Raja, the Reg or the dust. The same effect you get by singing a Kirtan and dancing in Mayapur. Same effect you get in Puri. How? Jagannath Puri?
Prasadam.
Except honor prasadam in Puri, you get the same effect of rolling in the Reg or singing and dancing Kirtan in the Mayapur Dham. They said that. So in Jagannath Puri is more merciful, right? Jagannath is more merciful. Why? Just you have to honor prasadam there. But yes, Mahaprabhu is also merciful. Both are Kali Yuga avatar. They have come to Kali Kalma Shanashana. They have come to take the fallen condition souls. Okay, so this week and next week we'll revise Nectar of Instruction, some more like this. This 14th and 16th also we'll revise. Okay, after that we'll see. 30th we'll have a closed book. 16th open book will be closed. Okay, I'll close the open book form. And 30th we'll have our closed book exam by NOI. And June 4th or 6th we might have sloka. By then I'll try to start Ishopanishad, at least invocation and verse 1, because you have to memorize those two. Okay, anything to add, or we can stop fast? Hare Krishna. So don't forget about Akshaya Tritiya tomorrow. Yes, anything to add? Any extra points of these three things are clear?
Mataji, can you recite the sloka and give it to us, Mataji?
Yeah, that I will do. First four slokas, right?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah. Oh, attendance. I'll open the chat. Please post the attendance for today on the co-host. So those who are coming in August, please talk with your coordinator in your own group and then decide the days and dates and all when you're coming. Okay. Yeah, go through the closed book questions. Whatever the closed book questions are there in the question bank, the same thing will be asked. So you don't have to. And if it's not in the purport, like last time you asked, no, Hatyahara, the two types. If it's not there, just leave it. It's okay. It may not be asked.
Mataji, closed book essay questions also, or only closed book short questions?
No, only short.
Okay, very good.
Okay. So all of you mark your attendance. Then we can close. So this month we didn't have a 18 days course. We'll start it in June now, next month. Okay. Hare Krishna. So you filled the attendance?
Yes, Mataji, we filled.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.